Welcome to part 4 of the tutorial for creating a roleplay server for GTA San Andreas multiplayer. This part we are going to finish off with the general commands such as attempt, low, whisper and shout, and add the aliases and alias. Can't speak. Before we start with the commands, what we're going to do, we're going to, if we find server, send local message, copy this, and then at the end type float distance, and this is going to be a custom one. Instead of having 15.0, type distance. So you need to do, and then change this to send local message ex. Compile. Done. Now we're going to go. We need to get some more colors. So hex color codes. Google it. Go on to any of the websites that you want. Choose a color. For the shout, I'm going to use this one. Copy. Yep, copy that. Go back to your script. Go up to your colors and type hashtag define color shout 0x and then paste 00. That will give you your color. You can call it whatever you like inside there, just remember that you're going to need to use it. So go back down to your commands, go to command B, go to the top, command shout, player ID, parameters, return true. Check if the player is logged in like in previous episodes. Now it's the same again as /b. We're not going to use SSCINF scamp, we're going to just use the params. So if is null, parameters, return send client message, player ID, color, y usage /s, in curly brackets HOUT, because it's going to be an LAS command. Shout message. Don't need the parentheses. Now, new string 128. Format string, size of string. Then we're going to put name shouts that, and then put an exclamation mark at the end. You don't have to. That's down by choice. Now we're going to put name RP, as it's going to need to remove the underscore, and then params. This time it's send local message X, player ID, color shout, string, and then we're going to add in 20.0. Compile, done. Now to add in a alias, you just do command S, player ID, params, and then return CMD underscore shout. So the full name of the original command after the CMD underscore, player ID, params, but this time the params will not have the box brackets. Compile. And there you go, you've got your alias command. Simple as that for an alias. It's not hard to do. Now we can take shout off. Now we need /low. So we'll do the same. Command low, player ID, parameters, return true. If is logged in, if logged in is false, return true. If is null, again, we're only using one parameter, so one argument, color white, usage /L, OW low message. Then format the message. Format string, size of string. Person name says in curly brackets low, and the message. So it's name RP, player ID, params, and then send local message X again, player ID, color white, string, but this time it's going to be 7.5. Done. Same again. Command L, player ID, params, return command underscore low, player ID, params, compile. There's your two commands done. I'm not explaining these as I was explaining them yesterday. Yesterday in the last tutorial video, so you should understand it. So that's them two done. /whisper we will do now. So command whisper, player ID, parameters. This time we are going to be using scamp. Just check if they're not logged in first, and return true. New ID and message. We'll leave it as 80, and then we'll identify string here. If scamp params US80, remember this after the string define. ID MSG, return send client message, player ID, color white, string, no, never mind, string, usage /w whisper, player ID or name, whisper message, open parentheses. Now what we're going to want to do is, if that player isn't logged in, so if they're not logged in, make sure you put an ID and not player ID like I did yesterday. Color white, that player isn't logged in. First of all, we need to check if they're connected. Is player, if they're not connected, sorry, send client message, player ID, color white, that player isn't connected. And now all we need to do is, if get distance, how do we define this? We didn't. So now we're going to have to come down here, no, here, and server get distance between players, player ID, ID, return dist, new float dist, now for each player I, again we're going to have to define our X, Y and Z float variables, and then get our position. If they're logged in and their virtual world is equal to the other people's virtual world, and their interior is equal to the other people's interiors. Now we're going to add in if is player in range of point. No. Scratch that. We're going to change in range, but we're going to call it Boolean, and it's going to equal to false, and then this is going to return in range. F is player in range of point I, X, no, distance X, Y, Z. Then in range is going to equal true. At the end of this, we're going to add float distance again, but we'll add a default value of 15.0, no, of 5.0, 3.0, sorry. We're getting a lot of errors, probably missed I don't know why I've done that. Yeah, so what this is, it's getting your position, it's looping through every player, checking if they're logged in and in the same virtual world and interior like we did yesterday, and then it's checking if the player is in the range of distance, which we will predefine, but we don't have to, and if they are, it will return true that they are, and if they're not, it won't. So now we need to go back up to our command and do if get distance between players, player ID, and the ID of 3.5 is equal to false. Return send client message player ID color white. You must be close to the player to whisper to them. Otherwise, we will just go ahead and format our string. Whisper from player. So it's going to be name RP, player ID, and then message. And we're going to send this message to ID color yellow just for now, and string, and like the same again, whisper to player with message, name RP, but this time it's going to be ID and then message. And then we're going to send client message player ID color yellow string. And because this is a roleplay command, we're also going to add an extra format string size of string star whispers something to star with an extra star at the end, and then it's going to be name RP player ID and then name RP ID, and then send local message player ID color emote string. Compile that, and we've got errors. Surprise, surprise. 188. Let's go down to this. 383. Can't have a default value, never mind. 188. Take away this. Here we will return true, and here we'll return false. 188. So 188. Play ready ID. I don't know why I've done that. I need to remove that. Copy what I just removed. Do this. Check this, and now change I to ID. Still gonna get the tag mismatch, but that issue is resolved. Remove that and then put that. Don't know why it was doing that, but oh well. Now that should work. Just copy what I just did then. Sorry, I should have spoke about it, but that's the command done. Now all we need to do is add the alias. So command W player ID params bracket return cmd underscore whisper player ID, params, no brackets, closed. Compile, done. Now, all we've got to do is the attempt command, which is easy. So, cmd attempt, player ID, params. This is just like the /me command. So, we've got our basic thing there. So what we need to do, if is null params, return send client message player ID, color white, usage /attempt, action message, new string 128. This time we're going to have a new rand equals 0, add random 50. Wrap them in brackets, and then all we're going to do is switch rand. What we will do is here format string, size of string, that player name attempts to that, and leave that at that. So name RP, player ID, and then here case 0.25 and case 26 no default. What this is, this will check if the random number lands between 0 and 25, like rolling a dice or something like that. Switch will switch between all the cases and check. Now all we're going to do is string insert string. No, I've not used string insert much, but I think it's the other way around. So string insert, no, I got it right, string, and then fails. And make sure you add string length string. There you go, and then same again, just copy and paste that and put it in here, and succeeds. Simple. Then below here, send local message, player ID, color, emote, string. To clean this up a bit, delete that, just put it all into one line, and same with that, and it'll work the same. Now we need to add here params as well, because otherwise it will just attempt us to do nothing, which we want to do more than nothing. So done. Part 4 continued. General commands have now been finished for now. Next we will be reorganizing the script into separate files. I might get that done tonight and upload it tonight as well. I might not, so I'm not promising anything. But that's this section done. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Don't forget to check out my website too. A lot of information will be posted there, so you don't want to miss out. Anyhow, take it easy guys. Bye.